At just $29, the ZTE AVID Trio is an attractive option for those on a tight budget. But is it the right budget phone for you? Let's find out. The AVID Trio has the typical smartphone slab style. It's got the volume keys on the left side with the power key on the right. They have a nice feel and feedback and are easy to find. On the front, you have a healthy 5-inch TFT LCD screen with earpiece, proximity, and light sensors, and an LED notification light above the screen. The notification light flashes red for app notifications and yellow when the battery is charging. It turns green when the battery is fully charged. It's a nice feature for a phone of this price range. Near the bottom, we have the capacitive navigation keys, which light up as well. Another nice touch. On the top is the headphone jack and noise cancellation microphone. On the bottom is the USB, or rather micro USB port, microphone, and on the back a 5-megapixel camera, LED flash, and a nice loud speaker. The back is removable, which reveals an also removable 2800 milliamp hour battery, SIM card, and micro SD card slot. The phone is chunky, and it's got big bezels at 10.4 millimeter thickness. It's not going to win any beauty awards, but it feels solid in the hand, plus the thicker width helps with the overall grip. Turn on that 5-inch screen and it's easy to see where ZTE skimped to keep the price of his handset down. The 852 by 480 TFT panel can get very bright, but the colors are a bit washed out and the viewing angles are pretty poor. This is especially noticeable when the screen is in landscape. Just turning the screen slightly and the color shift is already noticeable. It's possible to get used to it and still enjoy YouTube videos and movies. I just wish ZTE put a better quality panel with the same 480 resolution and maybe charge an additional $5 to $10, as it is the weakest area for the AVID Trio. Though things starts to brighten up a bit when looking at the ZTE AVID Trio's interface. Its near-stock build of Android Marshmallow is smooth, responsive, and fast. While it's admittedly getting old now with Android O on the horizon, Marshmallow is a mature and quite functional interface. It comes with a fair bit of the usual Metro PCS bloatware, thankfully most of which can be either uninstalled or disabled. When we head over to the settings and go to the storage, the Trio has just over 3 gigs of usable user storage out of 8 gigs. It's not a great amount for apps, but that can be solved with the phone's ability to mount the external SD card as internal storage. It's a great feature and allows the phone to be able to install large apps and games. I've even been able to mount SD cards as big as 200 gigs. Just make sure the card that you use is at least a class 10 or faster, and is lightly used or brand new. So how well do those installed apps perform? Quite well, thanks to Qualcomm's Snapdragon 425 chipset. The 425 has 4 A53 CPU cores that can be clocked up to 1.4 gigahertz, and the overclocked Adreno 38, which can go up to 600 megahertz, handles the graphics. This is the next big feature for the phone. Its performance in internet browsing and games are great. Even graphically intense games like Asphalt 8 and Real Racing 3 work well. Especially if you're a console emulation gamer, the 425 chipset brings quite a bit of performance to the super budget segment, and its budget scores reflect that. Just one stickler here, though, is the 1 gig of RAM. Don't expect a lot of multitasking here. Oh, and the phone is also USB OTG capable. Very nice. Keeping all this surprising performance going is a beefy 2800 milliamp hour battery. And here is the AVID Trio's next standout feature. The battery life is great. Even with heavy gaming, surfing the web, email, and YouTube, the phone lasted all day and well into the night. Lighter usage days will get you 2 days or more easily. Screen on times can get pretty ridiculous with careful usage. It's one of the best battery lives I've ever seen in a smartphone. The camera app is full-featured with a nice amount of shooting modes to choose from. It's quick to focus and has little to no shutter lag. In good light conditions, the 5-megapixel rear camera is capable of some pretty decent shots. Colors are good and highlights don't get too blown out. HDR is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it helps, other times it washes out colors. Unfortunately though, when light diminishes, so does the picture quality. Noise creeps in and makes indoor photography challenging. Selfies with the front-facing 2-megapixel camera are just as challenging. Even in good lighting, photos can come out soft. It's serviceable for Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook, but you'll probably want to use the rear camera for real quality selfie shots. So how does the Trio handle the phone side of things? Quite well, in fact. Call quality was excellent, with callers saying voice came over nice and clear on their end. Reception was great, and I never experienced a dropped call. The speakerphone is pretty good too. So for $29, or rather $48 when taxes and the activation fee are factored in, you get a lot of phone for the money. It's fast, has excellent battery life, has a smooth near-stock Android interface. Outside of its mediocre screen, it's a great option for those on a tight budget or for the first-time smartphone user. I'd even recommend it as a backup phone. Not bad, ZTE. If you have any questions or comments about the phone, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching.